Today, I want to talk to you about a lesson that goes against what so many people might tell you: let them hate you. It's easy to get caught up in what others think, but the truth is, if you're doing something worthwhile, something that makes people stop, think, or even question themselves, some people will hate you. And that's okay. It's a sign that you're making waves, shaking things up, and moving in a direction that doesn't fit into the box they've created for you. They may not understand the path you're on, and that's fine, because it's your path, not theirs. When you start something new, something bold, expect resistance. It'll come in whispers, stares, and sometimes loud voices. People won't always like it when you step out of line. When you challenge the status quo, you remind them that they might not be living up to their own potential, and that can be uncomfortable for them. But don't let that discomfort throw you off course. Embrace it. Use it to fuel you. You see, greatness doesn't come from following the crowd. It comes from following your vision, even when no one else can see it. They'll ask you, why are you doing that? What makes you think you're special? But you don't have to explain yourself to everyone. Hold on to your dream. Let them watch. Let them judge. Don't waste your energy defending it. Keep that energy focused on making it happen. Stand strong in your values. Integrity is rare, and it's powerful. When you stay true to what you believe in, you won't need everyone's approval. Not everyone will see your worth or believe in your journey. But as long as you know why you're doing it, that's enough. You're here to live out your own calling, not to meet everyone's expectations. And when that criticism comes, because it will, let it drive you. Let it be a reminder that you're resilient, that you're unbreakable. People may talk, they may doubt, they may even laugh, but that's only noise. Don't let that noise drown out your vision. Every great leader, every success story, faced doubt and criticism. They turned that negativity into strength. That's what you need to do. Be patient with the journey. Great things take time. Don't rush or compromise just to satisfy someone else's timeline. Trust in the process. Build yourself up brick by brick. And when the time is right, let them see the masterpiece you've created. Surround yourself with people who see the greatness in you, even if others can't. Lean on those who believe in you, who challenge you, and who push you to be the best version of yourself. They're rare and they're precious. Find them and keep them close. And finally, trust in the outcome. Trust that if you stay true to who you are and what you believe in, success will come. It might not look like what others expect. It might even be beyond what you expect. But if you stay the course, it will be worth it. So let them hate you. Let them doubt you. And when they see what you've built, let them finally understand why they could never hold you back. Owning your path means recognizing that your journey is uniquely yours, crafted by your experiences, values, and dreams. No one else can fully understand where you're going because they haven't walked in your shoes, lived through your struggles, or felt the depth of your aspirations. This path, as winding or unclear as it may seem at times, is one that only you can walk, and that's its power. It's a trail no one has ever blazed before, and one no one can blaze after. There will always be people who want to steer you away from that path, either out of fear, misunderstanding, or a desire to impose their version of success on you. Some may want you to follow a safer, more predictable road, something that they can comprehend or that fits into their idea of stability. Others may not believe in the possibilities that you see, but that's because they're not looking through your eyes. They're not hearing the voice that calls you forward. They're not experiencing the pull you feel every day, urging you to move towards something bigger. When you own your path, you stop trying to fit into molds that others have set for you. You're no longer limited by what's expected or by what's been done before. You allow yourself to imagine more, to reach for more, and to believe in something that may be entirely unproven. That kind of belief is powerful. It's what drives people to create, to invent, and to reach levels that others deem impossible. Owning your path also means taking responsibility for every step. You're not waiting for someone else to give you permission or approval. You don't need anyone to tell you that you're on the right track because you already know it. Even when you stumble or face setbacks, you keep going because this is your journey. You learn from every obstacle, every misstep, and every moment of doubt. These experiences don't define you, they refine you. They shape your resilience, strengthen your resolve, and teach you more about who you are and who you want to become. The truth is, owning your path isn't always comfortable. It requires a deep level of self-awareness and often solitude. You'll need to get comfortable with standing alone, with walking through valleys where others may not follow. But that's the price of living authentically, of doing something real. True progress often feels uncomfortable because it's unfamiliar, but it's in that discomfort where real growth happens. So let others talk, let them question, let them doubt. They don't need to understand, because this isn't their path, it's yours. And the more you own it, the more others will see the courage and strength it takes to keep moving forward, to keep believing in something that only you can see. Owning your path means trusting that you are where you're supposed to be, and that every step is leading you closer to the purpose that's calling you. Even if no one else believes in it, you do. And that's more than enough. Expecting resistance means understanding that the moment you decide to chase something bigger than yourself, something meaningful, transformative, and possibly even disruptive, there will be pushback. That's the nature of growth, and it's the price of pursuing a vision that's truly your own. People may doubt you, question you, or even attempt to discourage you, but none of that should deter you. In fact, it should remind you that you're moving in the right direction. Because anything worth doing will often meet resistance. When you step out of the comfort zone, yours and theirs, you challenge the norms and limitations that people are accustomed to. People naturally resist what they don't understand. Your drive, ambition, and passion may threaten their sense of security. They may project their fears onto you, attempting to convince you to take a safer, more conventional path. This isn't because they don't care about you, it's often because they're comfortable where they are and struggle to envision something outside of that. They may think they're protecting you, but what they're really doing is holding you back from what you're capable of achieving. Resistance can come in many forms. It can be subtle comments from friends and family that question why you're taking such a risk. It can be overt, outright criticism, dismissive attitudes, or even obstacles placed in your way. Sometimes it even comes from within in the form of self-doubt and fear. When you expect resistance, you're not blindsided by these challenges. You see them as part of the journey, as necessary tests of your determination and resilience. Anticipating resistance also empowers you to prepare. Knowing that challenges will come means you can build the mental and emotional strength to handle them. You start to look at obstacles not as roadblocks, but as checkpoints, as opportunities to prove to yourself just how badly you want this. Resistance is not something to shy away from, it's something to lean into, to learn from, and to let harden your resolve. True visionaries have always met resistance, often from those closest to them. They were called dreamers, rebels, even fools. But they didn't let that stop them. Instead, they took every doubt, every dismissal, and every criticism and used it as fuel. They turned resistance into motivation, understanding that it was part of the path towards something extraordinary. Resistance taught them to stand firm, to become unshakable in the face of doubt. It became a source of strength. The resistance you face can ultimately become a signpost, marking the beginning of something significant. It signals that you're stepping into unknown territory, challenging the status quo, and daring to imagine a life that's different from what others expect. This kind of courage isn't easy, and it's not for everyone. But for those who are committed, who truly believe in what they're doing, it's a necessary part of the journey. You can choose to let resistance make you stronger. You can allow it to push you to grow, to find solutions, to be creative, and to develop resilience that will carry you through even the toughest times. Let resistance be a reminder that you're on a path that matters, a path that has the power to create change. Know that as long as you stay true to your purpose, the resistance will not define you. It will only refine you, preparing you to handle the success that lies ahead. Focusing on your vision means holding tight to a dream, a purpose, or a destination that you're committed to reaching, no matter what obstacles lie ahead. Your vision is the why behind every effort you make. It's the reason you push forward, even when the road gets rough, when the world gets noisy, and when doubt tries to creep in. It's what keeps you grounded, and at the same time, it's what lifts you up and propels you forward. It's a source of clarity, conviction, and strength. When you focus on your vision, you're not just reacting to the circumstances around you, you're actively creating a path that aligns with your purpose. Your vision becomes the foundation that helps you filter out distractions, because you know where you're headed. You're no longer moved by momentary setbacks or sidetracked by passing trends or other people's opinions. Every decision you make, every step you take is in service of something bigger and more meaningful to you. Staying focused on your vision, however, requires discipline and constant recommitment. There will be days when the challenges seem endless and the results seem distant. You may encounter setbacks, delays, and disappointments that test your patience and your faith in yourself. During these times, your vision serves as a compass, reminding you that the temporary struggle is just that, temporary. When you stay focused, You're able to see beyond the current obstacles and keep moving forward. A strong focus on your vision also keeps you from getting lost in comparison. In a world where it's so easy to look around and measure yourself against others, focusing on your vision reminds you that your journey is unique. Someone else's success, timeline, or achievements are not the same as yours because they're not going where you're going. When you remain focused, you're less likely to be swayed by outside influences that could lead you away from what's truly important to you. Another powerful aspect of focusing on your vision is the sense of purpose it brings to your daily life. You begin to find meaning in the small, everyday actions because you know they're building towards something greater. You understand that even the smallest efforts count because they're steps toward fulfilling your purpose. This awareness transforms the mundane into something significant. You become more mindful, more intentional, and more committed in all that you do. Focusing on your vision doesn't mean you won't have doubts or moments of uncertainty. There will be times when the path feels unclear or the goal feels out of reach. But in those moments, you return to that vision, to that inner voice that called you to this journey in the first place. You remind yourself why you started and you recenter your energy on that purpose. This commitment to your vision brings resilience, allowing you to weather any storm, because you know your destination is worth every challenge. When you focus on your vision, you also start to attract the right people, opportunities, and resources to help you achieve it. There's something magnetic about a person who knows exactly where they're going and is determined to get there. People are drawn to that kind of clarity and they often want to support it. Focusing on your vision not only strengthens your resolve, but also has a way of aligning the world around you in ways that push you closer to your goal. Ultimately, focusing on your vision means trusting in the process and believing that each day, each effort, each moment of persistence is bringing you closer to that goal. It's about staying unwaveringly committed to a path that's yours alone, one that might not always make sense to others but resonates deeply with you. Holding that vision close gives you the power to endure, to rise above setbacks, and to reach heights you never imagined possible. Staying true to your values means holding fast to the principles that define you, even when life tries to pull you in 100 different directions. Values are the core beliefs that guide your actions, decisions, and interactions. They're like an internal compass, pointing you toward what feels right and away from what doesn't. When you stay true to them, you're choosing to live authentically, honoring the person you are and the person you aspire to be, regardless of external pressures. Living by your values requires clarity and conviction. First, you have to know what truly matters to you, what you believe in, what you stand for, and what you're willing to stand up for. Sometimes people conform to the expectations of others, losing sight of their values in an effort to fit in, gain approval, or avoid conflict. But when you stay true to your values, you're choosing to honor what's meaningful to you, rather than compromising yourself to please others or take an easier route. It's a decision to prioritize integrity over convenience, purpose over popularity. The world will often test your commitment to your values. There will be moments when doing the right thing isn't the easiest or the most rewarding path in the short term. You might face criticism, misunderstandings, or even rejection for standing up for what you believe in. But staying true to your values isn't about winning approval. It's about building a life that you can look back on with pride and self-respect. In these moments of testing, your values serve as your foundation. They give you the strength to stay the course, even when others might waver. Staying true to your values also brings a sense of inner peace and fulfillment. There's a powerful alignment that happens when your actions reflect your beliefs. You feel more grounded and centered because you're living in a way that resonates with who you are at your core. This authenticity is a rare quality, and people recognize it when they see it. It's a kind of quiet confidence that doesn't need validation because it comes from within. When you stay true to your values, you also cultivate trust and respect in your relationships. People know where you stand, and they learn that you're someone who doesn't bend or shift based on convenience. This consistency builds a reputation of integrity, and people naturally gravitate toward those who are steadfast in their beliefs. By staying true to your values, you're not only creating a strong personal foundation, but also inspiring others to reflect on their own principles and perhaps live with greater authenticity. Staying true to your values doesn't mean you're inflexible or closed off to growth. As you gain new experiences, your perspective may evolve, and that's healthy. But the core values that matter most, integrity, kindness, honesty, respect, don't change. They're the threads that weave through everything you do, reminding you of the person you want to be. Embracing growth while remaining anchored in your values allows you to expand without losing yourself in the process. It's easy to compromise values when faced with difficult choices, but those are the moments that matter most. That's when you discover your true strength and character. Staying true to your values during times of adversity shows resilience and courage. It's a choice to live in alignment with what you know to be right, to resist shortcuts, and to stand firm when others may not. In the end, staying true to your values means crafting a life you're proud of, one where your actions, words, and choices all reflect the person you truly are. It's about creating a legacy of integrity, a life that stands as a testament to the power of authenticity. When you look back, you'll know that you didn't sacrifice who you were for the sake of fitting in or taking the easy road. Instead, you stayed grounded, stayed true, and built a life that reflects the values that matter most. Turning criticism into motivation means seeing every bit of feedback, whether it's constructive or harsh, as fuel to push you forward rather than hold you back. Criticism often feels personal because it challenges the work we've put in and sometimes even the essence of who we are. But when you choose to view criticism as a tool for growth, it stops being something that limits you and becomes something that empowers you. You learn to absorb it, take what's useful, and let the rest slide off your shoulders. Not all criticism is meant to build you up, and not all of it is fair. Some people critique out of jealousy, misunderstanding, or their own insecurities. However, even negative, unfair criticism can be valuable if you choose to let it motivate you. When someone doubts your abilities or questions your path, it gives you a chance to reflect on your purpose, strengthen your resolve, and show them just how wrong they are. You don't need to respond directly or prove anything to them. The best answer is in what you achieve. Each bit of doubt can become a stepping stone, a reason to push harder, learn more, and keep progressing toward your goals. There's power in dissecting criticism for the truths it may hold. Constructive criticism, in particular, can offer insight into areas where you might improve or grow. When you learn to look at it objectively, it becomes a tool for refining your skills, polishing your ideas, and strengthening your approach. This requires humility and resilience. It means being open to the idea that there's always room to grow. Each piece of constructive criticism becomes an invitation to become a better version of yourself, to see your blind spots, and to work on areas you may have overlooked. The ability to transform criticism into motivation also means understanding that your worth and capability aren't defined by the opinions of others. Just because someone doesn't believe in you doesn't mean you're not capable of greatness. Many of the most successful people were told they couldn't do it, weren't good enough, or should give up. They took those words as challenges, using them as motivation to prove themselves. Every no became another reason to say yes to their dreams, and every doubt became another reason to believe in themselves even more. When you learn to transform criticism into motivation, you develop a stronger sense of inner resilience. Criticism no longer stops you, it pushes you. You see setbacks not as a sign to quit, but as opportunities to sharpen your focus and clarify your goals. You no longer seek validation from others because you realize that true motivation comes from within. Each challenge, each critique becomes fuel for a journey that's powered by your determination rather than the approval of those around you. Using criticism as motivation also means keeping a long-term vision. There will be times when the feedback is harsh and the criticism feels overwhelming. But in those moments, if you can keep your vision in mind and remind yourself why you're on this path, the criticism loses its power over you. Instead of letting it bring you down, you let it remind you of how far you're willing to go and how committed you are to making your vision a reality. The real power in criticism lies in your response. You can either let it break you, or you can let it shape you into someone even stronger, someone more dedicated to their purpose. When you decide to let criticism motivate you, you shift your mindset. You become a person who rises above negativity, who thrives in the face of doubt, and who uses every challenge as fuel for success. Being patient means recognizing that real growth, meaningful success, and lasting fulfillment take time. In a world where instant results and immediate gratification are constantly praised, patience can feel like a radical choice. But patience isn't passive, it's an active, deliberate commitment to respect the process, honor the journey, and trust that what's meant for you will come in due time. Patience is the understanding that worthwhile things are rarely achieved overnight, and that building something meaningful requires endurance, dedication, and the courage to stay the course. Patience allows you to develop a strong foundation. When you're building something significant, a career, a skill, a relationship, or even your own personal growth, there are layers to it. You're not just racing to the end goal, you're creating something that has depth and resilience. By being patient, you give yourself the time needed to build a foundation that can withstand challenges, setbacks, and unforeseen changes. It's like planting a seed and nurturing it carefully, knowing that rushing it won't make it grow any faster. With time, you cultivate something strong and lasting, something that can flourish because you didn't force it to grow too quickly. Patience also teaches you to appreciate small, steady progress. When you're focused solely on the end goal, it's easy to overlook the value of each small step. But patience shifts your perspective. Instead of seeing these steps as delays, you start to recognize them as essential parts of the journey. You celebrate the small wins, the moments of growth, and the lessons learned along the way. Patience allows you to find fulfillment in the process itself, not just in the outcome. This mindset keeps you grounded, reminding you that each step matters, and each day brings you closer to where you're meant to be. Choosing patience often means trusting the timing of your own life. You may see others achieving things that you want, reaching milestones you haven't yet reached, but patience helps you resist the urge to compare. It reminds you that everyone's journey is different, and that what's right for someone else may not be right for you at this moment. With patience, you can learn to appreciate your own timing, your own unique path, and understand that sometimes waiting is what prepares you for what's next. By being patient, you're allowing yourself to grow into the person who can truly handle and appreciate the success that lies ahead. In moments of doubt or delay, patience becomes a powerful tool for resilience. You may face setbacks, obstacles, or unexpected detours. These moments can be frustrating, but patience gives you the strength to keep going. It teaches you that setbacks aren't necessarily failures, they're part of the process, shaping you, refining your approach, and teaching you lessons that you might not have learned otherwise. Patience reminds you that these delays don't define you, they prepare you, making you stronger and more prepared for the journey ahead. Patience also deepens your understanding and appreciation of your goals. The longer you work towards something, the more invested you become. You start to understand why it matters, what it truly means to you, and the sacrifices you're willing to make to achieve it. This understanding gives your goal a greater sense of purpose and value, and it keeps you motivated to keep pushing forward, even when progress seems slow. In this way, patience not only strengthens your commitment, but also brings clarity to your purpose. Practicing patience requires you to let go of the illusion of control. Sometimes, despite all your efforts, things won't go exactly as planned. Life has its own rhythm, and outcomes often come in ways we can't predict. By embracing patience, you accept that not everything is in your control. You learn to adapt, to adjust your approach, and to remain open to the unexpected. Patience helps you find peace in the unknown, knowing that, in time, things will fall into place as they're meant to. Being patient ultimately leads to a more fulfilling journey. It allows you to experience growth without rushing, to build resilience without shortcuts, and to appreciate success when it finally arrives because you know how much you invested in it. Patience isn't about waiting passively. It's about nurturing your vision, trusting your process, and believing that all the hard work, time, and dedication will lead to something meaningful and lasting. Through patience, you build not just toward your goals, but into the person you're meant to become along the way. Surrounding yourself with positivity means intentionally choosing to be in environments, relationships, and situations that lift you up, inspire you, and help you grow. Positivity is more than just avoiding negativity. It's about actively creating an atmosphere around yourself that fuels optimism, hope, and resilience. This can mean spending time with supportive people, cultivating a space that inspires creativity, and filling your mind with thoughts and information that help you become the best version of yourself. Positivity isn't something you stumble upon, it's something you cultivate. The people you surround yourself with have a profound impact on how you see yourself in the world. When you're with individuals who are supportive, encouraging, and motivated, you can feel their energy pushing you forward. Positive people don't just cheer you on from the sidelines, they're genuinely invested in your growth. And they challenge you to become better. They bring out the best in you by helping you see your potential and by encouraging you to reach beyond what you thought was possible. This kind of influence is invaluable as it gives you the courage to take risks, pursue your dreams, and keep going, even when times are tough. Creating an environment of positivity also involves minimizing exposure to negative influences. It doesn't mean cutting people off or avoiding challenges, but it does mean setting healthy boundaries. There are people and situations that can drain your energy, foster doubt, or breed unnecessary stress. When you recognize these influences, It's okay to distance yourself from them or limit the role they play in your life. Protecting your energy is an act of self-respect, and it's essential to staying motivated and focused on your goals. Positivity isn't just about the people around you, it's also about the spaces you inhabit. Your surroundings can affect your mindset and emotions more than you may realize. A cluttered, uninspiring environment can make you feel weighed down, while a clean, uplifting space can make you feel energized and focused. Creating an inspiring environment can be as simple as adding a few meaningful objects, setting up a space for creativity or relaxation, or adding elements that remind you of your goals. When you make your surroundings reflect your aspirations, it reinforces your commitment to living a life that aligns with those dreams. The media and information you consume are also powerful influences on your mindset. Filling your mind with uplifting books, motivational talks, or music that makes you feel empowered is like fueling your mental and emotional well-being. Avoiding toxic or fear-driven content helps you keep a clear mind and a strong sense of purpose. It's about choosing what adds value to your life, rather than what distracts or discourages you. Positive input has a way of shaping your thoughts and helping you develop a mindset that's focused on possibilities rather than limitations. Surrounding yourself with positivity doesn't mean ignoring difficulties or pretending challenges don't exist. Life will always have its ups and downs, and positivity doesn't shield you from struggles. However, a positive environment and mindset equip you to handle challenges with a sense of hope and resilience. You begin to see setbacks as learning opportunities rather than failures, and obstacles as temporary rather than permanent. Positivity provides a foundation of strength, helping you approach difficulties with the belief that you can overcome them. The power of positivity also lies in its ability to make you more aware of your potential. When you're surrounded by encouragement, you start to believe in yourself more deeply. You realize that your dreams are not only possible, but also worth pursuing. This belief becomes a self-fulfilling cycle. The more you believe in yourself, the more effort you put into achieving your goals, and the closer you get to reaching them. Positivity fosters confidence, and confidence fuels action. Cultivating positivity is also about the relationship you have with yourself. Speaking kindly to yourself, practicing self-compassion, and celebrating your progress, no matter how small, all contribute to a positive inner environment. When you treat yourself with the same encouragement and respect you'd offer a friend, you develop a sense of inner peace and resilience. This self-generated positivity becomes a buffer against outside negativity, giving you the strength to stay focused on your path. Choosing positivity is a lifelong commitment to personal growth. It's about creating an environment inside and out that supports the life you want to live. Positivity isn't just a reaction to good times, it's a decision to see the best in situations, the best in others, and the best in yourself. It's a way of attracting more of what you want by putting out the energy that aligns with those desires. Surrounding yourself with positivity means choosing every day to live with intention, with hope, and with a belief that you have the power to create a fulfilling and meaningful life. Trusting in the outcome means believing that the hard work, dedication, and sacrifices you're putting in now will lead to something meaningful, even if the path isn't always clear. It's about holding on to faith that the efforts you invest today will eventually pay off in ways you may not yet fully understand. This kind of trust doesn't eliminate the need for action, but it allows you to move forward without the constant worry of whether everything will work out perfectly. It's a mindset that encourages you to give your best, let go of what's outside of your control, and allow life to unfold as it will. When you trust in the outcome, you let go of the need for immediate results. There's often an urge to seek quick validation or instant feedback to know that you're on the right track. But real progress, true success, and genuine fulfillment rarely happen overnight. Trusting in the outcome means understanding that worthwhile achievements take time, and sometimes they require you to keep going even when there's no visible sign of progress. You learn to keep faith in your efforts, knowing that each step you take, each challenge you overcome, is contributing to something larger down the road. Trusting in the outcome also helps you find peace with uncertainty. Life doesn't come with guarantees, and sometimes even the best laid plans don't work out as expected. But trusting in the outcome is a reminder that just because things don't go according to plan doesn't mean they won't work out. It allows you to be flexible, to adapt, and to make the best of what's in front of you. When you trust that something meaningful will come from your journey, you find the courage to embrace the unknown instead of fearing it. A powerful aspect of trusting in the outcome is that it frees you from overanalyzing every decision or second-guessing yourself at every turn. Instead of getting bogged down by doubts or questioning every move, you can focus on giving your all to the present moment. You're not constantly trying to predict every possible outcome or worrying about each obstacle. You're simply committed to showing up fully and doing your best. This kind of trust allows you to feel more grounded and present, making the journey itself more rewarding. Trusting in the outcome doesn't mean ignoring the need for effort or planning. It's about finding a balance between hard work and surrender. You still put in the time, the energy, and the dedication needed to pursue your goals, but you release the need to control every variable or force every outcome. You recognize that some things are beyond your control, and you make peace with that. This mindset allows you to channel your energy where it matters most into the things you can do, the actions you can take, and the intentions you set without being drained by worrying over things you can't change. When you trust in the outcome, you also find it easier to learn from setbacks instead of being discouraged by them. Challenges and failures become part of the process rather than roadblocks to success. Trusting in the outcome helps you see these moments as opportunities for growth, as steps that are shaping you into a stronger, wiser, and more resilient person. It gives you a sense of confidence that no matter what, you're moving forward, and each experience, whether it feels like a win or a loss, is contributing to your ultimate success. There's a kind of freedom that comes with trusting in the outcome. You allow yourself to dream bigger, to take risks, and to pursue what truly matters to you without constantly worrying about what ifs. You're not held back by fear of failure because you understand that the journey itself has value beyond the end result. This mindset opens you up to possibilities you may have missed if you were overly focused on controlling every detail or fearing every unknown. Trusting in the outcome also deepens your connection with your purpose. When you believe that your efforts are leading somewhere meaningful, you're less likely to be swayed by temporary setbacks or distractions. Your focus stays on your vision, and you're able to put your heart and soul into your goals without constantly needing external validation. This inner trust gives you a sense of calm and confidence, allowing you to navigate life's uncertainties with a steady mind and an open heart. Ultimately, trusting in the outcome means allowing life to surprise you. Sometimes the results of your efforts may look different from what you imagine, but often they exceed expectations in ways you couldn't have planned. Trusting in the outcome lets you stay committed without being rigid, passionate without being fearful, and motivated without being anxious. It's a choice to live with faith in the process, gratitude for the journey, and belief that every step is leading you towards something meaningful, even if you can't see the full picture yet. In the end, the journey toward your dreams isn't just about the destination, it's about who you become along the way. Every step you take, every moment of patience, every challenge, every doubt turned into determination, and every choice to stay positive shapes you into someone stronger, wiser, and more resilient. You'll face obstacles, you'll be tested, and you'll feel the weight of others' opinions, but each time you choose to stay true to yourself, focus on your vision, and trust in the outcome, you're building a legacy of perseverance and purpose. This path isn't easy, but it's yours. Own it with confidence. Keep the people around you who lift you up and create the spaces that fuel your growth. Embrace the journey fully, knowing that with patience, trust, and a commitment to your values, you're not only moving closer to your goals, but you're also creating a life of meaning and impact. So let them doubt, let them criticize, use it as fuel. Keep moving forward with courage and faith, and remember, what's meant for you will come in its own time, and you'll be ready to receive it because you didn't compromise. Stay focused, stay resilient, and let your journey be a testament to the power of determination and belief in yourself.